It's to serve others. It's to serve people who can't help themselves. You know, it's to do the right thing. You know, and this group of guys are rough and tough, and most of them live on the outskirts of life, on the edge, but yet they still have that, as Denzel said, that human thing to make the right choice at the end of the day, to do the right thing, to help people who can't help themselves.
I work from the inside out. How it's described later on by others belongs to what they saw. That's not what I was thinking necessarily. It never ends. You know, you're trying to find something and find something and find something. Started with a horse. I got a horse. I got out there with a trainer at first, and then I started getting out by myself. Get out there with my guns and walk around, walk the earth with my horse and see what it feels like to be alone, you know, to be, who do you talk to? Do you start answering your own questions? Do you talk to the horse? Does the horse talk back? You know, it's like, you know, here we are. Mm-hmm. What do you want to do today? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll be damned if you didn't go in. You want to go left? You want to go right? Go on. I'm going to let the reins down. You take over. Mm-hmm. Now keep me safe now. Come on, let's go down the hill. Right. Horse will look around. Oh, this is cool. He's like, come on. Horse start moving. Well, you said we could go where we want.
You confusing me
right
now.
Yeah. So you ask, you know, you're going to talk to somebody.
Right.
I mean, how long does it take to go from Louisiana to New Mexico on a horse? You know, like, yeah, I got about 2,000 miles to go by myself. How many guns would I take? There's no time to be reloading. How do you sleep?
Yeah.
Where does your food come from? How do you survive? How good are you with people? Just being alone. Now suddenly you come to a town, streets are watching, you know, I feel everybody. You know, and you're sending a message. I'm not looking for no trouble. But people, you know, and everybody's antenna has to be up. Mm-hmm. You know, these guys start rolling in town. Wow, you know, who are these guys? What do they want?
Chisholm has his reasons for stopping and listening to Haley, and I think they're conflicting reasons.
Right.
And then Faraday is somebody that had his back in the bar, and he didn't have to.
And didn't flinch. Killers, no killers.
And didn't flinch. And they looked at each other, and he walked out the room, and that was that, because they could have a gunfight in the bar themselves, and they didn't. So something about that guy, and he saw something in Chisholm that maybe he was looking for. So then Chisholm goes to him. Then he sends Faraday to find Goodnight and Billy, because Goodnight's famous anyway. So Faraday's excited about that, because I'm meeting a rock star, right? Goodnight, Ethan's character. And then Horn, right? Which is a whole other deal.
That's a whole other story.
You know, a whole other story.
He sick everybody.
Yeah.
And I remember
he didn't like anybody.
Yeah, I forgot where we were in the process of writing or something, or maybe it was Vince's idea, where he said, "No, I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that easy. No, I'm not going. I don't know you guys." Yeah. I said, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense." Yeah. Why he said, "Why should I go? Just because you should?" I don't know. So Denzel shows up, I'm just supposed to go.
right.
Which made perfect sense.
Yeah. So and then who else was it? And then Billy Rocks comes with Ethan. So from Faraday, they go get him. And then the next journey is Vasquez, which is interesting because Vasquez, in my opinion, he may have been thinking something different, obviously, as the character, was that, he was going to go get Vasquez. That was his next stop.
That's right.
You know? So then it became something about them making a quick decision on what type of man is standing in front of me. A quick assessment. And then he made a decision, because he didn't have to make that decision. And Vasquez didn't have to put his gun down. But they looked at each other, and there's something about that, without having to ever say it, they decided to trust each other. Horn, as he said, has a past, lost his family, which we find out, he's a dark past. He needs something too. He needs a family. He needs some, and he sees these men, and he looks in their eyes, but he assesses it differently, right? He actually tracks them. And then Red Harvest, the spirits sent him.
That's right.
right? But more than the spirits, he's without family.
Right.
They're all on the reservation, and he's a warrior, and he looks and sees they're warriors, not color, not race. They're all warriors.
And you had 7 hungry actors who were doing their homework and bringing something to the table. I mean, the things that Martin was bringing, I didn't know about. You know, I don't know if Antoine, you know, so you start going, oh, okay, this is getting, now I got to eat a little deer heart or whatever it was with him, you know, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the fact that Martin wouldn't eat the food in the saloon, he goes, I wouldn't eat that. That came later. That was just him being Native American. He was like, I wouldn't eat these beans, and they could be poison. I don't trust these people. She's the one that went and got him. So they're her guys. And she's in the fight. So it's not like she's sitting around waiting to be rescued.